go get water. Hi, welcome to the channel. How are you? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Good morning. Today's Thursday, 20th November 2025. God has been so faithful to us. So when it began the year 2025, I can still recall when we got into 2025, and here we are, almost rounding up. Everybody's fine. Just say, where are you watching from, please? Hi, Canary. Canary, good morning. How are you? How come you're not sleeping? I'm okay. I'm doing fine. How about you, Canary? Canary, how are you? It's a very beautiful sunny day, but as usual, you know that give a light to this life, guys. As you tune in, make sure you give a light. Like John Fielding. Hi, John. John Fielding, how are you? Says hi from Australia. How are you today, John? I'm doing great and fine, as you can see. Hi, it's Australia. Please like this live. Like this live. Oh, it's 6:25 a.m. Okay, in New York. That's cool. Over here, I think it's past 12. Let me see. It's 12:24 p.m. Okay, so you're preparing for work, Canary. That's good. Mohammed Wayu. Hi, Mohammed. How are you? Where are you watching from? Jeffy, the one did it your message. Mohammed, how are you? Mohammed, how are you? Guys, give a like to this live. Give a like to this live. Make sure you like this live. Make sure you like this live. Make sure you like this live. Mohammed, where are you watching from? Canary, the rooster will never stop crowing, really. It will never stop. Because they're just doing what they're supposed to do naturally. So allow them. You'll always hear them because of where I am. You name Mohammed, where are you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from, please. And please, guys, give this like a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I need 16 subscriptions to get to 1,000. You guys are so amazing. You are so magnetic and interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Canary. I like to. Thank you. Thank you so much, Canary. Um, Make sure you subscribe if you're just tuning in for the first time, guys. We just 16 or 17 subscribers away from hitting the 1,000 subscription benchmark. Oh my god, I can't believe people are so amazing. Like I can't imagine I did this. It really helped me. Whew, Canaria did not really. Did you Google Calabar High School, Jamaica? No, I did not. I don't want to lie. I did not. But I'll check it out after this. I'll check it out after this very live. Did you at some point of your sorry? Did you at some point in your life attended this Calabar High School? It will just go by itself, but it will take time. The former Prime Minister of Jamaica went there. Okay. I didn't even know the name of the former Prime Minister of Jamaica. And many Rhodes scholars. Alright, okay. Just knowing. Brookie Hill, hi. Moti, hi. Guys, you're welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'm not seeing no like. Why? Please give a like to this live. Give a like to this live. Give a like to this live. Let's talk about anything. You can ask me any question, but don't ask me personal questions because I won't answer you. Ask me any question, but don't personal questions. Oh, I spelled but P-U-T wrongly. Tell me more. Tell you more about what. Moti, I should tell you more about what. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Steve Randall, can you play Pretty Woman? No, I don't know what that is. What kind of game is Pretty Woman? Okay, go ahead, shoot. Thank you. Moti, this is for you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Canary, go ahead, shoot. Canary, I'm waiting for your questions. Go ahead and ask me. What are the top 3 countries you like to visit in Africa? I love to visit Botswana first. Yeah, I love Botswana. They have lots of wild animals. So in Africa, I love to visit Botswana first of all the African countries. Botswana first, and after that, I visit Algeria, and then in West Africa, I love to visit Senegal and other countries, West African countries that indulge in slave trade. Like I want to visit the slave sites, the relics of slave trade, and then probably do a little documentary on them. So those are the places I love to visit. I love to visit Senegal or Mali. I love to visit Botswana and Algeria. Ashwin Bruce, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Yes, Canary, yes. Botswana, Algeria, Senegal. You're right. Tell me the name of your country. Okay, Moti, in Nigeria, the name of my country is Nigeria. Okay, why slave sites? I read international relations as 2 courses like they were jammed together. They call it History and International Studies. So the part of history, they told us interesting story about slave trade, and it would be nice for me to, because like over here in Nigeria, most people that read history, okay, in the universities tend not to get jobs. They tend not to get jobs. Like it seems like there is no career path for them. So I have an idea of trying to dot, all the slaving environments in Africa, especially particularly in West Africa, like, visiting these places, and with the help of God, if I have the means, travel out. You know, these people were sorted in Africa, West Africa, and then sold to another place, taken to another place, and also visit those places, and then whatever findings I see. Okay, it was like they call it a triangular trade. That's from Africa. They took them across the Atlantic and then to America. Some of them were in South America and the rest. So I love to visit these places and document them and show fellow history graduates that you can always, choose a career path for yourself. By You may not have a job, or find a secular job, because you read history, but you can always create your own thing, you know make more. So that's the most interesting. That is the most interesting list I've seen. Okay. Kadari says they probably lied to you. Who lied? We are experts on the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, triangular. Yes, triangular. Thank you for correction. That's an excellent purpose. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I've been thinking about it. If you check my videos, you will see I've visited a slave trade site in the slave market in Lagos. That's in Badagry. So I started with that one. So with time, I think I will visit that in Ghana and the rest in Mali. I've been seeing some documentaries. I love to visit all those places, the prisons, where slaves were kept. I saw the one in Badagry in Lagos, and it tells a lot of story. It brought a whole lot of horror on me when I visited. So I love to visit again. Multi says, what job do you do? So okay, apart from being a YouTuber, I do fashion designing. I make clothes. Okay, though I'm not really into it full time, but I make clothes and I write. I compose songs. I write songs as well. That's what I do. And I have some businesses, like side hustles, that I do too, which I wouldn't want to talk about right now. But if you want to get African prints delivered to you wherever you are in any country of the world, you can contract me. I'll do that. Calvin says, in school there's a lot of lies to cover the crimes. Okay, I agree with you. Wave Rider, how are you? Good morning. Wave Rider, how are you? Good morning. Triangular. Thank you for, it's been a long time since I've been away. Thank you for correcting me. So Canary, that's what I'm just planning. That's been on my mind because most times when I travel back home and see my former course mates, they're like, oh, there are no jobs, and of the truth, there are no jobs. And sometimes once you tell somebody, okay, I read history and history, once you mention history, they like counsel you. You wasted 4 years doing nothing in school. That kind of talk. So it brings that kind of if you're not mentally strong, it brings this kind of call it inferiority complex on you. But I'm just trying to tell them, I guess I might be working with my course mates, my former course mates, to document these things on videos. So I just want to show them, you can do this. Okay, Canary say Calabar Bonny were huge centers. Yeah, yes. Calabar and Bonny were huge centers. I love the truth is currently the situation in Nigeria, okay, you can't just travel like that. So that's the problem. You can't just travel like that. I just want everything to be calm and then let me make money first so I can do whatever, because if you travel you have to lodge in a hotel 1 or 2 days, three, to cover all those places. I remember back when, back then in school, my professor told me about a particular family that was really into, sourcing slaves for the whites, the middle people, the middle men, okay? So the atrocities of this family was so much that it affected generations that came on. They say most of the generations after, because the man was the king of that environment, so he used to use his influence to kidnap people, innocent people. He would sell them into slavery, and as a matter of fact, they caused that family. So afterwards, the generations that came after that man left the earth were cursed that no person from that family ever did well for himself. So me, well, I don't know if it's BS. I don't know if it's BS because at some point I was questioning, why is it that, okay, this there was a buyer and I'm very familiar with it. There was a buyer and there was a seller, okay? So the person that even bought was an encourager, somebody that encouraged this trade, okay, to thrive more over a long period of time, almost a century, like 4 centuries. So why is it that these countries are developed? Like Great Britain has been, a major dealer on slave trade, dealer on slave buying and all, and Portugal and the rest. Why are they developed? Why are these countries prospering, while the African continent that the slaves came out from, still where they were, nothing good is coming out, as if they are caused. Is it that this the blood of the innocent people that we're taking is only affecting one part when there were two partners involved in this criminal kind of trade? Baba, Siao, hi, you're welcome to the channel. Please. There were no buyers and sellers, complete BS. Really? Is that what you think? How do you mean? Guys, subscribe and like this live. Subscribe and like. I'm Reed. Do you love me? I'm Reed. I don't hate nobody. Which one is Uga? Uga. What's the meaning? Um, Vice City Wave. Pink. Pink pig. You look like a pig. Like you're saying smelly egg. You look like a pig. You are a pig. You're not white. You're a pig. Canary says, I like your question. It goes to the heart of the BS. They were slave raiders and victims. Okay, but these raiders were organized, isn't it? Canary said it's a troll. Just time out. Time out. You have to give it back to them. You have to. But I'm still wondering why, somebody that is still breathing the same air would just start hating that is breathing the same air, simply because you have different color of the skin. I try to understand honestly why these racial prejudices. Can I pronounce that? Raleigh? No, I have not heard of him. Sir Walter, I've not heard of him. Canary, I've not heard of this Sir Walter. It's okay now. Go away. Canary, tell me about Sir Walter Raleigh. I don't know, no, no. I don't know how to pronounce that name. It was knighted by the Queen of England. Where was he from? Was he an African or a European man, an Englishman? We don't pay them no mind. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, and we love African women. Thank you so much, Amrit. Thank you so much. I don't give a damn about no white person that comes with racial nonsense. That's what their mama and papa taught them. I know difference. Oh, he introduced and oh, okay, into slave trade. He raised money and sell to West Africa. Okay, all right. Where exactly did he settle in West Africa when he came? Was it well? As at that time, West Africa existed in empires. Like in Nigeria, we had the Oyo empires. We have different empires before then. He landed on the beach, saw kids playing, and kidnapped them. Really? Wow. White people keep doing blacks wrong from time immemorial. Okay. So that means Sierra Leone must have had a slave site. I will visit one day. I'll visit. I'll visit. Their parents started screaming and he sailed up. Really? Well, my teacher never told me about this one. My professor never told me. All he said was that, slave trade existed in Africa before even the coming of the, call it the white guys, the white buyers. There was a system of, outcast thing. I don't know if you've heard of outcast. Like in some villages in Africa, I think I've seen that before while I was in my NYC. There are certain group of people in the village that the other communities, like other community people, don't have to have any entanglement with them. They call them the caste, the outcasts. So you don't buy from them, you don't marry from them with them, you don't marry them. They don't marry from the original. They're like the slaves of the community. So they already existed a system. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm reading your this thing. You went to the next page, did the same thing. Okay. Well, that's what I was taught. So I don't know if actually it's true. That's why I have to go find out for myself. History is being passed from one generation to the other. Definitely. Like when I went to the Badagry Museum, the slave market, they told me a whole lot of things. They told me a lot of things. I guess there was. What are you saying? I guess there was like all the Oyo Empire. There was this kind of thing of if the king dies, you have to bury the king with live human beings, and most of those live human beings were outcasted people, in the society. They were the ones that were used as sacrifice for the king. Like they buried him alive, to, how do I put it, to accompany the king to the next world, that's so to say. So it's something that I've heard, it's something that I've read. So there must be at least truth in it. But that is completely false. Please check my video. You see that I actually went there. They told me a lot of story. Mark, dear, hi Mark, how are you? Please subscribe to the channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as you tune in. Yes, Oyo Empire was run by the Alafin, the owner of the place. Absolutely right. But the Alafin, the king in Yoruba land are very powerful. Are you aware? As a matter of fact, let me tell you one story. 2015, when I was in Lagos, I have a cousin that used to live in Egbeda axis of Lagos. So they said the king of Egbeda, the king of that area died. And as a matter of fact, by 6 p.m., nobody should be seen outside, because they were sourcing for, they might kill someone. That was the thing they made us believe, that they're looking for heads to bury for the king, after the king's journey to the other world, when they want to bury him. So I think for like 7 days, once it's 6, there was a curfew. Nobody has to go out. Everybody has to stay indoor. And if you're coming in, your people will be warning you, once it's 6, don't come over to that area, because you could disappear. So kings in Yoruba land were very, so I believe there existed a system of slave trade, because I've witnessed somebody saying it's called an outcast before in Delta State. They say you can't marry her, you can't do this one in that family. There's no truth to it. Okay, the only of Ife and Alafin for your way powerful. I know they were powerful, but do you know, when I went to Badagry Museum, I saw some things that human beings were traded for. An umbrella for 40 human beings. That's 40 slaves. They will, in exchange, like trade by barter. One big umbrella for 40 slaves. I think about 20 or 15 healthy human beings, able-bodied men. They traded it for a mirror, one tiny mirror. I saw the mirror, and I saw this thing they call Manila. Is it Manila or something like that? They call it, that was the money they used as at that time. And I saw some bottles of gin. Well, I don't know if this is true, but I still believe there is an iota of truth in history. I saw I've forgotten his name. I saw the grave of the king of that Badagry as at that time, that really was into slave buying. He was the one that helped recruit these slaves using his soldiers, and then will sell them to the middlemen, and then the white guys will just come to the shores and then get these slaves, buy them, and take them away in exchange for material things. Outcasts, Canary says outcast is not slavery. Outcast is a system of slavery. It is. It's slavery. What is slavery? It's a system of slavery. This is not history, please. Okay, please pause. You do some research before you. Okay, no problem. I'll pause. I don't want to talk about that anyway. So let's talk about something else. Okay, I'm going slowly. So who is coming? Canary, are you coming to Nigeria this December? We need people like you to come to Nigeria so that we'll spoil you a little. Georgerios 318. Hi, please subscribe to the channel as you tune in and ask any question. Yes, I agree with you. Canary says in the Americas we have plantations, which is the basis of slavery. I agree with you. Instead of that one, we commodity this thing, download and then from the RC here, it's better. I agree with you. Because the owners of these plantations needed people to work on them, and then they came to Africa to get slaves that work there. But they may choose a question to be asked. What I'm saying is that if you know they are around now and you go, if any officials come, or the officials say, Mr. Oliver, this is what you've done now, us, now the blame will give. For example, George Washington, our first president, had a plantation called Mount Vernon. Really? Thomas Jefferson had a plantation called Monticello. Okay. You know the whole again. Okay. I've actually seen a couple of documentaries that showcased some slave, what is it called? Plantation houses. Oh my god, plantation houses, they tell a lot of story. A lot of stories. If I slave in Africa, name one plantation. Okay. There's no plantation in Africa. I've never heard of any. The problem with African history is just that most weren't documented. Okay? Most weren't documented like they have it in, in the Western world. So I don't know if there was anything like plantation in Africa, but for now, I don't have the knowledge of any that somebody can pinpoint and say this is a plantation in Africa. Baba Lola, hi Baba Lola. Baba Lola, I didn't get your message. You're welcome. How is your day going? How are you today? I'm doing okay. I'm fine. You see that you don't have it. You are a historian and you can't name one. Well, there is none that I was thought of. I can't lie and say there was or there is. I've not been told there is any plantation in Africa. And it didn't really even occur to me that I should even maybe research on it. But I might research on it later. So Baba Lola, you said you had a project. You didn't even, give me details. I asked you to message me on that crying. He has done a lot about the removal of fuel subsidy, the effects of it on the people, the economic effects on the people, and now he's talking about tax reform and all of that. People are crying. I don't know if he's going to still push ahead to, make it happen. So it's till January. I said January. Is it January 1st or January 2026? We're still holding on for that. Canary, are you still there? Canary. Canary, let me give you one. I can't still remember the name of that book by Professor Delia. I've forgotten the name. So Babalola, what was it this thing about? Said I've not heard from you. You did not message me to know what exactly the project was all about, or it's all about. Imshalat. Hi Imshalat. How are you? Please subscribe to the channel as you tune in. How are you? And where are you watching from? Canary, are you there? Okay. What are you doing? Are you busy? Are you trying to sleep? No, it's Genesis here. Hi, Genesis. Genesis Kabuye. Subscribe to the channel as you tune in. How are you? I'm not saying, okay. I'm not saying, I want your channel to be educating students in higher institution, particularly in mechanical, civil. I hope you didn't say something bad. YouTube can be very funny sometimes. Sorry about that. I'm not seeing your comments. I want your channel to be educating students in higher institution, particularly in mechanical, civil. But Lola, your statement is not complete. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like the truth though. Once you start saying things that are out of place, it will just bring it down or delete your channel. So I think there are some sensitive things we don't need to talk about because it can bring my channel down, or even go ahead. Genesis, go ahead, ask your question, but it shouldn't be a personal question. Education in Nigeria is nothing. Okay. Why did you say so, Babalola? Why did you say education in Nigeria is nothing? What makes you think education in Nigeria is nothing? Genesis Kabui, I'm still waiting. What's the question? Go ahead. Babalola, why did you say education in Nigeria is nothing? Because education in Nigeria, some schools that are very good, especially the private schools, though they're very expensive, like private universities in Nigeria, they're very expensive. But I learned they're very good, very good. They give the best. Uh, I would just agree with you, partially, Babalola, on the education in Nigeria is nothing. Uh, I will agree with you, especially. Can't you read the exchange rates of Nigeria to many countries? I know, I know, I know about the exchange rate. I know about the exchange rate. That does that relate to the education in Nigeria is nothing. Where is my friend, your workmate, the one whom you were talking to outside some time back? tell him I'm his fan of Biko Novex, but he has a soft heart. He spoke to you like a true gentleman. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. So you keep remembering him. He's a good guy. But Lola, apart from, in public university, lecturer seems to behave like gods, all right? So I'll just agree with you that, they behave like as if they are gods. They treat students anyhow. Some of them harass students sexually. Some of them ask for bribe for grade, like, you pay money for grade. So I will agree with you, education in Nigeria is nothing from that angle, but not completely. Well, I cannot see beyond where I am. I've not been out. I've not been opportunity to go out. I can't see beyond where I am. You're right. I agree with you. I'm not arguing. I can't see beyond Nigeria because all my life, for how many years now, I've been here. I only maybe read on the news what's going on outside, or see some videos of what's going outside. That's it. So you're so right. I only know what's going. Where is the job in Africa? That's the question. Very big question. And this lack of jobs have really turned the young people into criminals. They are into crimes because they want to meet. And you know how it is the spirit here in Nigeria. We have this very strong spirit of want to make it. So when they try and try and try, they can't make it. If they're not well, you know, if they don't have the fear of God, they venture into crime. So there are no jobs. I agree with you. And even if there are jobs like in call it the government work, okay. If you don't have a connection, you can't get it. It's a problem, a very big problem, very big problem. You're so right. Not that most of these children, like the graduates or the people, the young people, are not, qualified to have this job. The ones that are even having these jobs are those that are on merit, like they don't merit that job because they want to probably run an exams or give them an exams on that job or even interview. Some of them be failing, but because they have the connection, life favors them. They get to where they are. It's not easy. But Lola says I moved to Gambia to see more. Okay. But Lola, are you working in the Gambia or you're doing a business? Are you working in the Gambia or you're doing a business? Babalola, are you doing a business or working in Gambia? And are you saying that there are more jobs opportunities in the Gambia than here in Nigeria? Babalola, you see there? Well, I agree with you. There are no jobs in Nigeria. I've seen people that graduated like 15 years. There was a time, I think way back in 2017, uh, there's this street interview thing that was going on, and there's a guy, he looks so tattered. He looks so tattered. And when the interviewer asked him, just asking a couple of questions, we got to realize that this man was a law graduate. So they're supposed to be a lawyer, doing very well for himself if it were to be a good country, a country that really fancy education and even the young people. He spoke and tears really dropped on me. Like, I cried. I finished school since 20 years ago, and as the first child he had to struggle to help the younger ones and all of that. It was just a very sad moment that day. I felt bad for him. Olola says, see, Egypt's economy is far further than Gambia. Okay. 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 I've not been to Egypt, so I don't really know about the economic aspects of Egypt. Nigeria would have been a very beautiful country, just that people are so selfish. Our leaders are so selfish. They don't want, everything should just be within them, their family, their probably their extended family. That's even they have, when if that's if they even have. It's just about them. Um, Canary says. Canary says. Okay, but let me give you an insight. Please go ahead. Canary says, I love your three countries in Africa. Canary is asking why Algeria. Algeria, I don't really know. I think for the fact that they just, call, is it brown skin? Are they Arabs? I don't know if they're Arabs. I choose Algeria because they seem to be like the white Africans. So I want to know a little about them. I want to know about them. I learned there are some Europeans that settled there. I just want to know a little about them. All other African countries that I choose were, black skin African countries. But they are Berbers, okay? I just want to find, why not Morocco? Morocco would have been, if not Algeria, it should be Morocco. Morocco. And then they have black people in Algeria. I just want to know, just want to learn more about them. But for Botswana, it's just about the safari thing that I want to see, and their beautiful cultures. So every country I want to visit is just about, getting to know about the people, call it the general culture. That's what I want to do. And why Senegal? I already told you. I mentioned Senegal because I told you about the slave trade thing. I want to do a documentary on it. Like, I'm trying to pick, the slave centers in West Africa. I want to pick the slave trade centers in West Africa. And Senegal, since you said I should mention three countries, Senegal is one of them, I guess. So I'd love to visit there. Yeah. Balola says what? 100k to Egypt pound. Google it and tell me. I don't have another phone now to try it. I mean 100k naira to Egypt pound converted. Balola, please don't embarrass us. The shame is too much, please. Just, but I don't know, because I can remember way back 2020, 2013, when dollar in Nigeria was not, naira to dollar was about 100 and something naira to $1 in 2013. And as at 2021, I worked in this thing. Um, Naira to dollar as at that time official price was 400 and I think 450. 450, because my company used to buy like 300 naira. 300 naira to $1. 300 and something naira. So all you need to do to sell in the official price is just about 2 naira, for interest, and then sell. But I don't know what happened before Nigeria Naira just lose its guard and then lose value, everything overnight within 2 years. Within a year, it went to 700, from 700 from 500 to 700, even to 1,000, 1,500. What happened? I don't know. I'm not an economist. It's a crazy thing. By the way, you know Badagry is for tourists. It's a business. Yeah, I know that because even when I went there, I paid money. Every museum that I entered, I paid money. I paid 1,000. It's the only place I didn't go to was the points of no return because I don't like water, and I was to travel across the river all by myself. I said no way. I know it's a business, but it still carries history in a way. It carries history. Mix Misk Ahmed says, I love your videos. Thank you so much, Mix. Please subscribe to the channel. Where are you watching from, Mix? They will show you artifacts they fabricated a few years ago and tell you it comes from olden days. I noticed that. I noticed a couple of artifacts that didn't really look so old. But anyway, I think it was just a mixture of old and the ones they just fabricated. I saw the first story building in Nigeria. I saw the first place the church started in Nigeria. The first church building, was erected in Nigeria, but it wasn't there anymore. And I saw the slave market. It wasn't there anymore, but they replicated it with some statue. But one thing that really captured my emotions was when I went to the slave market, where they call the slave market, the dungeon. Oh my God. My God. Oh my God. It gave me a glimpse of what slaves went through. When I entered that place, it wasn't really, they replicated everything, the story with statues. If you climb, it's like a pit, a very dark one. You see some statues inside. It looked exactly like human beings. When I got there, if you check out my video, guys, check out the video where I visited the slave museum. When I visited the slave market, when I went into that dungeon, I was just screaming, Jesus, Jesus, what is this? Before I recollected myself, it wasn't real. It's crazy. But in a way, it told a story. It's telling stories of how slave trade was. Balola said, how do you expect Nigerian education to function than Egypt's education? Balola, I understand your emotions, okay? I don't know. I don't know why our leaders keep behaving at X like every single time. Like now they are fighting election by, I think, in 2 years to come. I mean, that's after like next year. Next year, 2027 is going to be election. You see that everybody, it's just recycled people that are coming again. There is no new face, nothing. No, all of them doesn't have nothing to offer. Everybody's just to their own pockets. So that's the problem. That's the problem. Mati, I can't stand up. Why do you ask me to stand up? I can't stand up. I'm sorry. Canary says incompetence of the central bank. Yeah. Do you know Canary? Our former, as at that time, the person that was in charge as at when this Naira devaluing thing came in was Emefiele. Oh my God, that man is the most corrupt office holder I've ever seen. The most corrupt. He doesn't have, like, he did it so extremely that he didn't even fear, like, with no fear, with no regards to, I don't know how he did it. I don't know if he's still in prison because at the last time he was incarcerated, pending trial and all of that. I don't know. But what they discovered, the kind of money this man looted, the kind of properties a central bank governor has, more than in Abuja. Do you know what it means to own a property in Abuja? It takes a whole lot of money. He, he built about an estate that housed 700 plus duplexes. 700 duplexes, different buildings, duplexes. One man. And as you know, rumor has it that during that Naira, when he was in office, if you know him and you get to, do business with, he stopped selling dollars to the BDCs. So he was selling to people that were close to him, maybe people that were very powerful in the government. By that time, dollar to naira was about, I think, 700 naira. So he stopped selling to the BDCs. And people that he will sell to, give these dollars to, will take it, and then you may give it at the rate of 300 naira. Okay, they will take it and sell it at 700, 1,000 to people that, because as at that time people were really in Nigeria, there was scarcity of dollars. So people prospered. People that knew him, that's the story I heard. People prospered. Ready? Hi, RD, and I am doing business. Okay, for business massage. You told me this before. Why don't you like water? Because I can't swim. Like, I love water in cups, but since I can't swim, like, I don't like, going to rivers and streams and all those things. I don't know how to swim. That's why I don't like water that much. You're so cute. Thank you. Canary says they basically lied to you. Who lied to me? You're still going there. They don't have any real artifacts there. Okay, Canary, there's this at the slave market, there's this place I went to, one of the rooms where they had juju. You know what, they had this voodoo thing. They call it juju. So it's hung on the wall. And as I was talking, I was questioning the tour guide, about the juju. He was telling me that that's what the king at that time, used to make the slaves or the whatever people that were working with him to swear on. And something happened to me. I asked the tour guide, can I touch it? Because I wanted to point at it. Say, yeah, you can. I don't know what happened. I tried to capture it on camera. It wasn't picking. I don't know, out of struggle trying to, I hit my head on that thing. I developed instant headache. Instantly, like, I started having headache. So I don't know if that one is also, a new thing they brought in. It's not an old thing. I don't know. I don't know. But at least if most of the artifacts it shows at Badagry Museum is not real, the original artifacts, the point of no return is still the original place, isn't it? I wish you could study real history. I don't want to study history that much anymore. I'm looking for money now. The statues are just a few years old. Yeah, I agree with you. Have you been there, Canary? Have you been to Badagry Museum? I understand. I understand. This is Nigeria, I'm sorry you believe those lies as a tourist. Well, I saw a couple of things and I was like, this one doesn't really look that old, like up to 100 years. But they showed me a couple of things that were very old, like the umbrella. They showed me the regalia of the king that used to buy slaves that time. I've forgotten his name. Please check out that video. It's there, one of my videos. I visited that there June. I visited in June. So you can check out the video. I've forgotten the name of that king. So they showed me the regalia of the king. They say it was over 100 and something years old, a bit 200 and something years old. They showed me around, they say it was over, and they told me how many slaves they used to exchange with that kind of, with the mirror, with the umbrella. I can remember, I think an umbrella went for 40 slaves. So I don't know if those things were real. I don't know. And I even got to see the descendants of the king, that this slave dealing king. I saw his granddaughters. I think it should be that like the third generation or the fourth generation of his. They were there. It's all BS and lies, not a single ounce of truth. Well, I don't know. I'm so sorry you went through 419. Canary, please. It's okay. Nsabi Nada Nana Bana Donat. Hi, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. There is no point of return, no return. Point of no return in Badagry. You think so? They say, well, once the slaves were taken across that river, I don't know if you've been there. You sound like you've been there, Canary. Once the slaves were taken across the river, across it, I didn't go there because I was alone. I didn't just feel comfortable going with, a few guys. So once you cross the river to the other side, there was a point of no return. Though I didn't see it, but they showed me. They pointed at it. They said that was. But how come nobody is saying it's all false? Why are you saying it's only that is telling me it's false? The 419 puts you in emotional distress. Well, I wanted to see it and I saw it for myself. I'm hoping to see that of Senegal and other countries. And I think there is this popular one. It's the slave port in Ghana. I'd love to visit that one very soon. Very, very soon. I don't know. Nigeria, everything is just skyrocketing. Before now, the first passport I did, I made it for 35,000. Now I learned passport 15, is it 15 pages is almost 100,000. The passport is in expiry. Okay. Okay. So the one in Senegal is also in Ghana is true. Yeah. I think I've seen the Ghana one is called the slave port. I think so. I've seen a couple of videos on it. They have these dungeons, slave cells. Fulu, hi, Fulu, Madoba, hi, hello guys, how are you doing, my people? Hi, we're doing great. We're having a little conversation. How are you today? How is South Africa? I agree with you. But it's not everything in Badagry that is 419 anyway. Like the first story building, I saw the Bible. They said Ayayi Crowder. You must have heard about Bishop Ayayi Crowder. Is it Ajayi? Ayayi? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ajayi, yeah, Ajayi Crowder. I saw the Bible. It looks so new. That Bible was so new. They say translated that Bible, the English version of the Bible into Yoruba. And the Yoruba Bible they showed us, or they showed me, looked too new. I believe he must have been using the Bible. So there was no stain. There was no sign of, being used over time. And at that point, I was just, okay, well, it's okay. Are you sure this is, they showed me the room he slept, the room he lived. the rooms of different missionaries, first missionaries in Nigeria. Well, they showed me the first church, the location, though the church is no longer there. They showed me. I was okay. I was okay. Hi, Esham Chamahala. Oh my God. Zunda. Hi, welcome. How are you? Hi, it's Malawi, my friend. Hi, it's Malawi. Fulu. Hi, it's South Africa. Oh, they should a couple of, I don't know. So Canary, where do you work? I do personal things. I work for myself. Fully, I work for myself. I'm self-employed. Fully say it's very cool now, for now. Really? Wow, here is very hot. Nigeria is really hot. Not in Nigeria, it's very hot. Like, the temperature is so high. So Canary, let me ask you a couple of questions. Where do you think I can get the original? It seems you have an idea of everything. Where do you think I can get the original, relics of slave trade in Nigeria? Which of the museums do you think I can get the original relics of slave trade in Nigeria? Okay, Canary says, I studied 2 majors in college. Thank you. History, finance, and economics. That's good. They're in New York. Is it in New York? I'll be in New York or in Africa. I used to do is fun for myself. So Canary, can you tell me where can I get the original artifacts of slave trading? Which of the museums in Nigeria can I get? And I guess you must have been traveling so very well. The way people study is really interesting. We everything was just theoretical, no visit, nothing. They would just come and teach you in the class. Okay, this happened, that happened. They took them across the Atlantic. They call it the Middle Passage. They did this, they did that to them. You don't see any picture. You don't go anywhere to like make findings. You only read your textbooks, and then at the end of the day, what they are, what they told is what they want. Eh? Can you wear this dress? Okay, what they taught you is what during exams is exactly what they want you to do. It's been a while since I left school, so no, I said it would have been more interesting if it's just about slave trade and then we visited some of the sites. Okay. What fast did you like? Na club way now. I have not. I will not. I'm too. I don't think I will. Nigeria is a very big country with serious entrepreneurs and old people. Old people, is it old people? You as a normal person cannot get access to real artifacts in Nigeria. They only has some artifacts, but most of them are in the British Museum. Really? So I'd have to go visit England to see anything. I don't like that country, I'm sorry to say. Okay, good. Another place I want to visit is this, I don't know if you've heard of Mary Slessor. Mary Slessor, Mary Slessor was a Scottish woman. She came as a missionary to Nigeria and she settled in the coastal area of Nigeria. That's the southern part of Nigeria where we have called it as at that time, Calabar, Akwa Ibom area. And when she arrived, there was this stupid practice, killing of twins babies. So they used to see once a woman gives birth to, sorry for the rooster, guys. Once a woman gives birth to twins, it was seen as evil children. So the tradition at that time was those babies be killed, evil forest, and then be abandoned, then the evil forest to die because they were evil. They thought they were. So when this missionary came in, Mary Celeste, when she came in, she put an end. She educated the people, enlightened the people that they just children, just like single babies, that they weren't evil, and then stopped the killing of twins. As a matter of fact, if any woman as at that time when she was around gave birth to twins, she took them in. She took them in. So she has so many twin babies, adopted twin babies, and I don't know. I think I've read somewhere that there's one of call it surviving twin baby of Mary Celeste or still alive. So I'd love to visit her, call it her graveyard, and like learn about her. Why are you laughing? What's funny? Can I return Netherlands return though artifacts? There is a serious battle between the Oba powerful people about the house. Imagine you trying to get access compared to those people. Yeah, I think I can still like get access. The only thing is that since I'm not in school, it might be a little bit difficult. But if it was to be like a research project, and I get a reference later, or yeah, from I don't know, a letter from my school, definitely they should allow me. If I get it a reference later from my school that I'm on a research project and I want to do this and that, probably see the artifact or get a picture, definitely they would allow me. So what's the laugh about, Canary? You say, are you really telling me about Mary? Not Mary, I said Mary Slessor. Mighty Oyibo woman came and civilized Calabar people. Sister, please, the story gets killing. Well, I don't know. So I said I would love to learn more about it. Learn more about the story. I don't know if she did or she didn't. Once you go into the field, once you're in a research, you will always see the negative and the positive. So I don't know. It's not lie. Okay, make me laugh. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to visit that. I actually discussed this with one of my former professors, and it's so I don't know if he's going to. I wanted to work with him, but I don't know. He's so occupied. He's still in the academic field, so may not have time. So I want to do my thing by myself. So Canary, don't believe anything textbooks tell you about Africa. European people coming to. I studied in New York. So tell me, Canary, how is the studies? Because tell me about this, the difference. I don't know if you've been to any university here in the country or here in Africa. Can you tell me how people do your studies? Like mine, everything was just theoretical. Like they come, lecture you, tell you stories, and then go. When it's exams period, the same story they expect you to drop down on the paper for them. And that's how you pass. So can you tell me how it was? I traveled to London and Lisbon to read the actual handwritten journal of the people. You see, you see. It's called University of Uyo in my state. The University of Uyo. Do you know University of Uyo? In Akwa Ibom State. That's where I attended. That's where I studied. So everything they taught us. And the funniest part, oh my god. Really? Wow. Oh, have you been to Nigeria before? Like, it's like you know everywhere. God, that's cool. That's cool. But I think most of those artifacts were stolen from Nigeria, from the real people here. Guys, you're welcome to the channel. This is Pro Story, and if you're just tuning in, make sure you subscribe, like, like this, live, subscribe and like this live. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, I will be so glad to know where you're watching from. I love to know where you're watching from, and I love to know you better. Okay, we like family here. It says, if it is a real artifact, you can't handle it naked and direct. Oil in the skin and sweat could tamper. Well, you know how it is here. We don't really give a damn about things. Like, we don't even. I think most of the let me even shock you, Canary. Why even the return artifacts, the ones like Germany return and the rest of the countries return to Benin, I believe one thing. It's of no value. Let me say, it's the white people that make Africans or whoever is the custodian of those artifacts to start seeing value in them. But not, I don't think they have any value for it. I'm serious. It will just be there. Okay, we have my ancestors did this and that. Our ancestors were able to produce this. The value wasn't there, not until when these people stole, and then they started asking questions, and they return it, and then probably when they're on auctioning all those things, they hear the amount, and they're like, oh, I didn't even know I had this kind of thing, so the amount, please, they should return. I don't think they actually knew how valuable those things were. I'm serious. That's why the leftovers, the original leftovers, any tourist can just enter and grab it with hands without doing nothing. Canary says, Google it, you will see the average person will not have access to those artifacts. Even the Oba of Benin has to fight. Really? Okay. Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning. But for educational purpose, like if somebody's on a research project, they should allow somebody to do that. Because I remember one of my write-ups or writings, then my project, my supervisor gave me a letter, and I went to Total in Port Harcourt, like their head office. I went there and got what I wanted and then left. Some years ago, we organized the Honest collection to a museum tour here in the US, okay? Nothing like that. That's why, do you understand? People, you just need, Nigeria is just a crazy place in the sense that, you have to, while you're in school as an undergraduate, you have to like think about yourself, because when you come out, nothing, I swear, nothing. If you don't have somebody that is going to help you get a job, you are done. Like, your frustration starts from there. So you really have to like plan your life, especially call it from maybe your year 3 and year final year, if it's a 4 years course. You have to start planning, because what they're even teaching you in school, when you come out, like especially people that I've seen so many of them, they're like, I didn't even know what I studied in school. I didn't even know why I studied history. I say you can start doing documentaries, and most of them don't have the exposures. They don't have. They don't, because the environment doesn't even, expose them to such things. They don't. I said when I was studying, you saw everything it was theoretical. They come tell you what, they give you handouts, they give you textbooks. Their textbook lecturers written. You must buy a first buying books. You have to buy them, and then they will just give you one assignment from one chapter, and you have to use that. Whatever they gave you is what you gave them back. That's how you pass it. That's how I passed my exams in uni. That's how I became a graduate. I didn't have a first-hand kind of say information. Okay, this is it. This is how it looked like. Okay, this is how the slave chains looked like. Nothing like that. I only hear the stories. Everything was, you don't visit anywhere. So that's how it is. Crazy. Yeah, YouTube is an excellent career. I was even so glad I saw one of my former classmates. He started a YouTube channel. He's talking. His son is into like, how do I put it? He's telling stories, but he's using AI. He's doing like, I don't know. It's just storytelling kind of. He's doing storytelling, historical kind of storytelling. Using AI. I was so glad that, shared that video there. I was so disappointed that so many people on the group did not give him support. I don't think they even opened the link to check out what he's been able to do. I'm trying to show you how limited in knowledge people are, because they are not exposed. You can't really blame them because they're not exposed. They didn't even believe in what you are doing until you start bringing out money. That's it. Until they start generating money, that's when they will believe in it. Oh, I'll be so glad. I'll be so glad. So how Canary says, whenever you're ready, let me know. I may be able to help you make documentaries. Thank you so much. I'll be so glad. That means we have to like get to, personal, like get your personal number or something, maybe WhatsApp number, so we can always talk. How about that, Canary? Sissy Sidibe. Hi. I can't read French. I can't read French. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Tizzy Brown. Hi, Tizzy. How are you? Please subscribe to the channel as you tune in. But Canary, how did British Museum had so much impressive collections, like you said? Where did they get them from? Because they didn't, they are not the original owners of these collections. How did they lay hand on them? Did they buy them or they stole them? So I can be very, very, like, I can boldly say that Great Britain stole so much from people from other countries. It's a thief. Can I say that? God forgive me. I know. They should return it. Why are they not returning it? They should be returning everything they stole from people. Are you on IG? Okay, you can drop your handle out. I'll check you out. You can drop your... I am, but I rarely visit there. I have only one picture there. I am. It's called Black Gold. I don't know, with some digits. Instagram is not really my thing, but I'll start developing it. So you can drop your own handle. I'll write it down, and then after this live, I will just check you out. How about that, Canary? Guys, if you're just tuning in this story live, pro storyline, I'm making a mistake. Pro storyline. Make sure you subscribe and like this live. I'm so glad for you guys. Like, people have really made this dream come true. As of last month, I was having 400 and something subscriptions or subscribers, And so far so good. You people have really helped me with consistency, of coming here on live. I've had almost 1,000 subscriptions, and today I'm trying to see if I can hit the the 1,000 subscription benchmark. In 1897, the British invaded Benin and looted their artifacts. Okay. DM me. Okay. With this canary cane, right? Let me get a pen. Just hold on. Let me get a pen. Guys, I'll be right back. Give me a little time. Oh, hey, I'm sorry I took time. I'm sorry. Okay, I will. King Canary, I will. Canary. Thank you so much. I'll message you, okay? I'll message you. Whew. Hello. So guys, I'm back. I'm sorry for the break. I'm back here. If you're just tuning in, this is Pro Storyline, okay? Uh, you're welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe and like this live. So Mr. Canaria, I will message you as soon as I can. Message you as soon as I can. King Canary. Okay, it's okay. All right. I'll message you, all right? I'll DM you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for all the enlightenment. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day too. Thank you so much. You receive my message soon. Hello, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Please let me. Oh, thank God. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't know I muted the mic. So, good afternoon to each and every one of you, and thank you for tuning in again. This is Pro Storyline, and you've been amazing, wonderful, wonderful viewers, wonderful fans. So far, I started streaming live, coming live last month, and as at that time it was like 400 and something subscribers, but currently we're almost, when I hop in, it was like when I came on live today, it was about 16 subscriptions more to get to 1,000, and that has been made possible by all of you. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. I hope by the end of this live I should get to that 1,000. So today's question is just who's your favorite African music artist? So you're gonna tell me who, and then you tell me why. Now they said, did you later take Panadol for the headache? Yeah, I did. Immediately I took it. It was really severe. I think it was the sun and lack of sleep that caused that. I was supposed to sleep before I came up. I did not, but that's why I had that headache. But I'm okay right now. I'm very, very okay right now. Thank you so much for your concern and for asking. Thank you, Namdi. So, Namdi, who is your favorite African artist, music artist? Adams Romeo, are you still there? Where are you watching from? Can I know where you're watching from? And please subscribe to the channel if you've not. Stalking for years. Please subscribe to the channel as you tune in. Who's your favorite African music artist? Okay, let me start with myself. My favorite is Davido. Why did I choose Davido? Apart from the music, a couple, I don't really, I'm not really a fan, okay, so to say, of African, call it this Afrobeat thing, because at some point the lyrics doesn't really tell, it doesn't give much. People say it's not giving. Some of the lyrics doesn't really give, okay, but the beatings, I love them, or the beats or whatever, I love them. Why did I choose Davido? The reason why I choose Davido is because in this country, in Nigeria or in Africa, it's very rare to find a kid that is from a very wealthy background that would want to create his own life, wants to follow his own lane, and he did it successfully. So I love him for that. And secondly, I love him for being a very humble person. Davido seems to be a very humble guy. He doesn't look down. He helps people. He's always giving back to the society that he came from. He's always helping us to grow along with him. So I love him for that. Now this says, Whiskey, cause his song has a rhythm. I like, okay. Cause his song, okay. That's cool. But for me, when it comes to Wizkid, I think he's always like repeating what is it called, wordings of his song, the lyrics. Like for instance, this song, Yoro, 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 Yoruba, Yoro, Yoro, like Yoro, Yoro, Yoro till the end of the song. Like, come on now, Yoro, Yoro, Yoruba, Yoro, Yoro. What are you Yoroing? Like, you can't really, they don't have lyrics. So that's why I don't like most of the Afrobeats. They're supposed to tell stories using um, their lyrics. They're supposed to, that's the essence of singing. You tell stories using tunes. Yes, Joro. Is it Yoro or Joro? I don't really follow his song. Yeah, that song is a repetition of lyrics, and I don't like it. It doesn't really give me. The only one I would say I love is that's a Whiskey song is Ojo Elekba Home. They know my story. That song. Na 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 na. I like that one. That one is telling a story. But the rest of his song, I don't think I like them. I'm sorry to Whiskey's fans. I don't like. I'm sorry about it. That's just my opinion anyway. So if you know, if you're an Afrobeat, okay, aside Afrobeats, okay, let me go to, I love the late Lucky Dube songs. Lucky Dube, reggae artist, the South African reggae legend that died some years back. I love Lucky Dube songs. They're like prophetic, very prophetic, and they're like evergreen. I'm yet to see a Nigerian artist that, so I'm yet to see any African only Nigerian artists that have released a song and it's still trending. Like, if you play it, you know, maybe in the next 25 years, you know, people will be vibing to it. The generation there will be vibing to it. I'm yet to see that. Best songs, they're evergreen. Those songs that interest, like Mama. Oh, I've forgotten the lyric. I don't really listen to songs anymore. Now they says Davido is a good singer too. Yeah, Davido is a good singer. He's trying. He's trying. He may not really have a perfect voice, but he has a unique voice. His voice is very unique. I learned this guy always call him frog voice, but it's a unique voice. It's something that is, you know, he identifies, that identifies him. Nobody has that kind of voice, so it's a unique voice. He sings very well. Another person I would say, let me say, high life music. In high life music, who would I choose? High lifers. I'm in love with my bestie, and I don't know. Did you? No, I didn't eat plantain today. Somebody's calling you. No, I didn't eat no plantain today. No plantain. I was just lucky I had that day. What about Fibella said? She's very unique. She's everything. I like Ira Star. And who again? In Nigeria. There's this woman, I think she's like 80 years old. She featured a flavor in this. Na 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 na. I don't know this song. They speak it. They song it in Igbo. One like very energetic kind of songs like that. I've forgotten her name. I like that woman. I think she's a very good singer too. And I love late Brenda from South Africa. Brenda Fassie. Is it Fassie or Frasia? I love her too. She was good. When I was a child, that wedding day song, you know, whenever we act in drama, we always use it. It's a wedding day. It's a wedding day. It's your wedding day. Na 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 na. And Chaka Chaka. Can you remember Chaka Chaka? Okay, for you is Timi, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade, and Ira. Okay. Nobody's mentioning. You don't like what's his name again? This young boy. It reminds me of my brother. Rayma. You don't like Rayma. La 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 la, baby, give me a la 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 na na. Everybody likes that song. Maybe it's not, I'm the only one that doesn't really. song though. Credits to him. And there's this other one of recent. What's that his name? Please, I forgot that boy. Rema is a good. Okay, good. And there's this Charlie Poppy. Charlie Poppy. There's this Desperado. Many, many. Nah, nah. Balotelli. Baby's taking me photo. Paparazzi. Nah, nah, nah. John Lynn, yeah. And man, I love that song too. I love that song too. But I don't really know much of Charlie Poppy's song. But that's the only song I would say I love. I love. That's talent too. That's a very good song. Very beautiful one. Um, when it comes to R&B, rhythm and blues, I love. Remember Style Plus? Can you remember Style Plus? I love Style Plus. Then I think, okay, I was a Jam Bites, or was I that time? I think we were still in secondary school, senior high, when Star Plus was running. Is it Don Julio? Is it Don Julio? That's Don Julio. Don Julio is actually this kind of gin, like Kai Kai, but Don Julio. It's not Don Julio. Don Julio. Baby taking me photo. Paparazzi. Don Julio. Don't they hide me? Ed Major. Na 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 na. I love that song. I love that song. So when it comes to R&B, I was talking. I said I loved Star Plus. I don't know where they are now. And then I love Johnny Drills. Oh my God, I love Johnny Drills. I love Johnny Drills. And then I love this guy. What's his name? Well, most of the Nigerian artists, most of the songs that I just like, maybe one songs from each artist. Not like they always giving me my vibe. They just give me one vibe and then that's it. No, it says Two Face is good too. Hmm? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's good. To me, I don't think it's good. The reason why what is it called, African Queen, to me, this is my opinion, guys. The reason why I think, or I feel, African Queen sounds evergreen is because of the lyrics. And mentioning Africa, it's just like this song by Michael Jackson, Liberian Girl, you know how you came, then you changed my world. So it's just like that. It's the lyrics that made African Queen kind of evergreen. Whenever you listen to it, everybody's like, okay, my African Queen, okay. So aside that, which other song do Two Face sing that is being? I don't know which one again. Aside African Queen. And that African Queen, there was contention, what's it called, kind of a little struggle between him and his band group. The guy that is called Blackface said he was the one that wrote it, he owns the music, blah blah blah. So that's the only song you would say to Face. Aside that, I don't see him being that good. If he were to be that good, he should be nominated for Grammys and every other this thing. Yeah, it should be recognized. Those ones that are very good, of international standard. It's good in its own level, but those ones are very good in their international standard. You can see now, like Burna Boy. Burna Boy is very good. Ashake is very, oh my God, Ashake is very good. I didn't even mention Ashake. Ashake is very good. I've watched his live concert. Ashake is good. He sings very well. He dances very well. Burna Boy is good. Like, I don't mean, when I talk about, when I say music, when I say music, you should, when you are an entertainer, whether there is music playing at the background, you should be able to sing. You should be able to entertain your audience, your fans, 100%, satisfactorily. It shouldn't be the one that maybe they off the music in the background thing, and then you open your mouth, everybody be like, oh, did he actually sing this song? I like that song. Okay, Implication. Okay, Implication is nice, but is it evergreen? Is it evergreen? Implication, is it evergreen? Um, Lonely at the Top, yeah. Lonely at the Top, very nice. Ashake is so good. It's so good. Another person that is good is Burna Boy. Burna Boy is so good. But I don't like him for one thing, so arrogant. Recently, I read somewhere that whether in the US, he went for a concert. As he was performing, this couple, it's always night thing now. So I think the girlfriend started sleeping, and he stopped the music and was telling the boy, like the guy, to take his girlfriend home, that she shouldn't be sleeping at his concert. Once he stopped that music, Niger boy, na arrogance, everything don't enter in body. And he forgot that it's not even Nigeria, it's outside the country. He has gotten his backlash anyway. That's terrible, very terrible behavior. So at some point, I don't know whether the guy left, I don't know, but that's a stain on him, because he didn't show regards for those people. He wasn't empathic enough. And it's always been being Burna Boy, we know, is always like that, very arrogant. So he's a good singer, but attitude wise, he's not that okay. The Probably the fame is getting to his head, and that's not okay. He should be humble and well managed. Another artist that I would say is good is I'm sorry, I don't, apart from Tiwa Savage, she's good. Tiwa is good. Tiwa is good. I've watched her perform before during the coronation. Yeah, Simi is good. Simi is good. But I'm talking about people that can release a song, and then let me say, they released this song like 5 years ago, and then you play it now, everywhere will scatter. That's what I mean. That's music. Evergreen. Um, Simi is good. I won't discredit her. She's very good too. She's a very good singer. She has great vocals. She has great vocals. Ira has great vocals too. I don't know about Tiwa that much, but the only song I like in Tiwa Savage's song is, I'll call it all of her songs, is Somebody's Song Gonna Love Me One Day. That's the only song. I don't know why she went and then lick her nude. Why? Why? Thank God. Nigeria. That's not our thing. That's Western nonsense. You're not supposed to be doing things like that. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Pro Storyline. If you're just tuning in, you're welcome, and make sure you subscribe and like this live. Make sure you subscribe and like this live, please. Make sure you subscribe and like this live. Let's get it on to 1K subs. Come on now, guys. Come on now. Is it the South African girl? What's that her name? Tyla. So there's another girl that sings like Ira. Can't remember her name. Could be South African girl. That slim, smallish girl. I'm sorry, my South Africans. I like Tyla though, but I don't know how she made it to that. How she just released one song and then got a still still makes me very surprised, like still makes me wonder how did she do it. They say she's an industry plant or implant or something. How? They say Tyler is an industry implant. I don't know how she just released one song, that water song. I can't even recall how it sung, and then won a Grammy. Whereas people have been there for a long time. Do you like that song? Which one is that? I don't know that song. Who was the singer? Who's the singer of Songy? Samuel James. Favorite is Famous Pluto. Where is Famous Pluto? From which country? Samuel, please subscribe to the channel if you're just tuning in and let me know where you're watching from, please. Favorite is Famous Pluto. Famous Pluto. And which country is Famous Pluto? What kind of song does he sing? Meanwhile, there is this Tanzanian. Oh, that woman should be almost close to 100 years. I saw her on YouTube. She was singing. She's tall and slim, dark. I admire her so much. I admire her lady so much. But I don't know her name. Tanzanian lady. She's very old, very very old. She has like a troupe, people that it has like, call it a musical group, something like that. So Samuel J, you've not told me where Famous Plot is from. Which country is he from? Because I'm streaming from Nigeria. I don't know who Famous. Oh, have you heard this salsa guy? What's that his name again? Wayo. There's this song that is trending on TikTok. Nandi. There's this guy that is from Hausa land. I think maybe Kaduna. The song is done in Hausa. It's like Afrobeat. The song is the song is giving. Even I don't understand, but the way he puts his rhythm together, the way he puts the melody, everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. And according to him, I learned that what is his name? Mr. Easy wants a verse in that song. So I see him going places. He's a very good artist. He's trending on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard of it. So I don't know this song, gay song. I'll check it. I'll check it up after this live. Oh God, I've been here. I think I should just shut it down by 3 or stay a little bit more. A couple of minutes more before I go. So guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you tell me who's your favorite artist. African, could be anybody. Could be a Nigerian, could be South African. Somebody said that I was told that is it Diamond Platinum? Is very good. It's a very good rapper. What do you think of Techno? His songs are good too. Yeah, Techno is good. Oh, I love Techno. I I love techno. It's talented. Whiskey. Why did you say whiskey? Samuel Jackson, Samuel James, sorry. Why did you say whiskey? Who is your favorite African artist and why? So why did you say whiskey? Why would you say he's your favorite? Techno song is very good, Namdi. I think he's talented. He is. We forgot to mention P Square. Somebody forgot to mention P Square. P Square is good, but the only thing, when they started was that they didn't really design their own niche. Call it they were copying kind of from Usher Raymond. The dressing, um their moves, their dance move was just like Usher Raymond. But I understand maybe they were inspired by Usher, though I've not heard it anywhere that they were inspired by Usher Raymond. So they are good too. P Square is good. When they were P Square, I don't know them individually because they are twin. But P Square was good back in the day. Um, who again? One Delta woman. Na 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 na. Na, 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 na. That old school then we were children. That was she was a good singer too. And Onyeka Onwenu was a good singer. Oh God bless their souls. Who again? This lady from my place, Margaret. Is it Margaret Essien? Christiana Ibokwe Essien Ibokwe. May God bless her soul. She was a good singer. And that's an evergreen song. I was talking about being, having an evergreen song. That a song that no, it's not. No, it's not. No, but it's still an evergreen song. Babalola, hi, say hello, Babalola. Babalola, we just on another, question. This thing here. Who's your favorite African artist, musical artist, or music artist? Babalola. Christiana Esheri Bokwe was a great singer. Beatings, I love it so much. It's evergreen. So I forgot to mention Portable. So I forgot to. Nandi, what do you think about Portable? Portable. What do you think about Portable? Is he a good artist? What do you think about his songs? I agree with you. South African are good, though. South African artists are good. But I don't really, Nigerians now, we really vibing to our own thing now. So I don't know. Africa will never unite. Okay, no problem. I agree with you. So can you mention their names? Say South Africa has the best artists by far in Africa. So who and who are the best or your favorite? And you tell me why. I've not heard most of the South Africans apart from what's that her name? That same smallish girl from South Africa that won Grammys. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. Tyler, apart from Tyler, that's the only person. And then the late AK. That's the only person, people I knew. I know that are South African singers, and then most of them are late. The ones that I know is Lucky Dube, Brenda. Those ones used to train in Nigeria back in the day, and their songs are still evergreen. And what's that her name? Chaka Chaka. Boom 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 to about to kuno kumuntu. Boom 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 to about to hey. The songs are nice. So which one is you say South Africa has the best artists by far in Africa? Who mention their names? Mention their names, let me know. Tyler, AK, Gaspar, the whole Amapiano. Let me even tell you guys, this Amapiano is even Nigerians that helped you guys. Is Nigerian artists, like Nigerians popularized, popularized Amapiano. If not, that come and then just died at the moment. We helped you guys. Do you agree with me? In the world, well, we don't even, by far in Africa. But if I mention Burna Boy, you would know. If I mention Whiskey, you would know. If I mention Davido, any South African would know. But all the names you just mentioned, apart from Tyler, I don't know them. As an African, a fellow African, I'm not even a European or an American. I don't know them. You say Black Coffee, the biggest DJ in the world, I don't know him. The only person I know among your list is Tyler. AK, I don't know if it's the late AK. I just say, don't you dare say that. Well, argue with me now. Africa will never unite. Argue with me. The names you just mentioned, Nnamdi, Babalola, are you people familiar with those names? They are not. I don't think they are. But if I mention Burna Boy, if I mention Rema, if I mention Ira Star, if I mention Davido, if I mention Yemi Alade, Tiwa Savage, Two-Face Idibia, P Square, who again? I should go on. Do I have to go on? If I mentioned Ashake, who again? I should mention even Portable, even you people know in South Africa. So how are the names you just mentioned? I don't know them. Something. Let me tell you something. Do you know there was a time in 2023? Let me tell you something people don't know. Nigeria has the biggest markets when it comes to investments in Africa. Nigeria has the biggest of markets. If you want to sell, that's why most of these American artists always collaborate with Nigerians, because it's business. They know when they collaborate with Nigerian artists, they're going to sell their music. Their music is going to penetrate every nooks and crannies of Africa via Nigeria. You should know. So Amapiano, I'm telling you convincingly, without fear or favor, Amapiano was made popular when it came out. Were made popular by Nigerians. I'm telling you. It came out, I think, maybe 2-3 years ago. Amapiano was popularized by Nigerians. We made it popular for you guys in South Africa. I'm telling you. Whether you ask, I know you South Africans, people know you don't always like Nigerians. That's a problem. So I won't even argue with you. What are you saying? Don't you dare say that. And my parent was very. Those artists are old. Stop it. They are old, but they're still going places. They are old. They're being nominated for the Grammys 2026. Davido, Omalay, Burna Boy, Ira Star, all of them have been nominated. I think almost all the Nigerian artists have been nominated for the Grammys next year. How many South Africans nominees for the Grammys do we have? Let's talk about it. How many of them came to South Africa? You should mention them. If you want me to mention them, I'll mention the big. Which one is it? Are you aware that Jay-Z signed Ira Sov recent? Jay-Z signed Ira Sov recent. Are you aware? So which big Nigeria has all the, when it comes to music, when it comes to entertainment, Nigeria is the hub, the headquarters in Africa. That's why most people always want to penetrate Nigeria. They want to collaborate with Nigerian artists. They want to feature Nigerian artists because they know that way they're going to sell their market. That way they're going to be embraced. They're going to be welcome in Africa. Nigeria has population. Nigeria has everything it takes. Ha 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 ha. You're mentioning Chris Brown. Chris Brown is Davido's friend. Yeah. Chris Brown, Ghana, and Drake have done festival in South Africa, not Nigeria. Well, they choose to come there. They choose to come there. Here, when they come, like the other last month, Sierra was in Nigeria for what, Lagos Fashion Week. She walked the runway. That's a big name, just like Chris Brown. Chris Brown have featured, Davido have featured Chris Brown in a couple of music. This guy, what's his name? His name again? What's his name? What's Wajo Mona Lisa, Nana Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. What's his name again? Oh, I've forgotten his name. Lord J. Lord J have featured. Chris Brown and Lord J have collaborated. Davido and Chris Brown have collaborated. Wizkid and Chris Brown, I think they've collaborated. Ira Star and Chris Brown have collaborated. I think Chris Brown is just an African boy. As a matter of fact, a Niger boy. Because almost all the artists, famous artists in Nigeria have collaborated with him. Burna Boy was made famous by AK. I don't want to go into that argument. Before this argument, I was telling you the other day, 2023, in Ghana, I don't know what happened. Some Ghanaians were like, oh, they shouldn't be playing Nigerian music in their clubs. They shouldn't be doing this. They should be facing, playing Ghanaian music only. Only the hatred spread even into the movie industry, that Nigerians could not come to Ghana and then shoot movies. It was just a little nonsense kind of stupidity that just went on. And some artists that knows what's up, said no, we should only play Nigeria. And if Nigeria should stop playing our music, we are done. No, they will go broke. It's Nigeria that makes every other African in this generation, in 2025 and even years to come. It is Nigerian music, Nigerian entertainers that are making, call it shining, turning the cameras, the lens to Africa. They see Nigeria and then they see other African countries. They see Nigerian artists first before they see other African countries. Look at this guy. Let me tell you about this guy that just got married to Priscilla Ojo, that Tanzanian guy, Juma Jokes. Yeah, love has a part in it, and business has a part in it, in that relationship. Do you agree with me? He knows that if he marries Priscilla, she's not the most beautiful girl he must have dated before, or the youngest he must have dated before, but he knows what's up. He knows that, oh, this girl is already famous, the mother is in the movie industry, and Nigeria has the population. They love music. They have young people. Call it the highest, how do I put it now, English is hard. Majority of the populations are young people and they love music. The guy said, okay, I will marry this girl. He did not say this, but I know someone that is very advanced in thinking should know that it's love and business together. So when he marries Priscilla, definitely Nigeria will be open, welcoming his music. And of the truth, if you listen to his music, the one he dedicated to their marriage, it really sold. It was streaming, and that was because of who? Nigerians. We have the population. We are always on the internet 247. Burna Boy was a nobody before meeting AK. Well, you can say that again. Burna Boy was somebody before meeting AK. Must have featured AK, or AK must have featured him. Well, fine. But that doesn't mean he was a nobody. He would have been somebody even greater and bigger. If AK was to be alive, he would be bigger than AK. Argue that anywhere. South Africa are the giants of Africa in entertainment, sports, economic, movies. I don't know. I don't watch. If you don't speak English, most of your movies you speak Swahili, so who's gonna watch it? I say sports. I may agree with you. Is it? I may agree with you in sports. I may agree with you in sports. But when it comes to music, entertainment, leave it for Nigeria. Leave it for Nigeria. You say economics. I think the country that is having the best of economies currently in Africa is Botswana. It's not even South Africa. So what are you saying? Why are the 2 million Nigerians in South Africa not the other way around? The 2 million Nigerians are helping your women. That's why they're dying on top of our men. The 2 million Nigerians, mostly are men, aren't there. They are there to help your women. That's why your women keep crashing and keep abandoning your South African men and they come for Nigerian men. What are you talking about? They are helping your economy. As a matter of fact, if they should withdraw, South African men are very lazy. And I hope you are not, Africa will never unite. I hope you are not a lazy man. I learned South African men are very lazy. You don't stay in your comfort zone to make money. You go outside. That's what the Nigerians are doing. Go anywhere in this planet, you see a Nigerian, no matter how bad or no matter how good that place is. And if you don't see a Nigerian, know that it's not a habitable place. So the 2 million Nigerians that are there is helping the economy of Nigeria, of South Africa. And they are even helping your women that are taking care of them, because they say South African men can't take care of their women. And the women don't even want the South African men. I'm so sorry. It's where ours it's where ours go. They'll tell you who does better music. Yes, now. I don't know how many South Africans. This is like the highest secular music awards. So I don't know how many South Africans have been nominated. Africa. Oh, stop saying my brothers are lazy. You are starting to be xenophobic. I'm not xenophobic. I'm not. I'm just telling you the reality. I had a cousin in South Africa. They had to leave because people attacked them. Left with our entire family. People don't love foreigners. But I'm just trying to tell you, everything is on a light note. Africa will never unite. Everything is on a very light note, so don't take it too hard. But that's what I heard. That's what most of you call it, the street interviews, when they ask South African women, why don't you settle for your men? They be like, no, they are very lazy. They don't know how to take care of us. We like Nigerian men. Same with Kenyan women. Same with Nigerian men are hot cakes. So, but back home they are not that hot. They don't treat us like they treat foreign women. No, that's Basha. Nigerian men are hot cakes. Right? So Africa will never unite. It's Nigeria. When it comes to music, give it to Nigeria. When it comes to music in Africa, give it to Nigeria. Nigeria are the ones that are really making African music popular. African music is really popular because of Nigeria, because of our Nigerian artists. And my piano just came off recent and it was popularized by Nigerians. We helped you guys. You may not agree with me. Oh, that's a long story. Yeah, I am. I used to be back in the day. Been a long time, like how many years back? I retired 2020, is not 2020, 2000 and that's when I retired. Then modeling was just, they would just give you peanuts. They'll give you peanuts, and then they will be. I quitted that stuff. I used to do that. I've done runway models, runway shows for some local designers here in Uyo, and I think some came. I don't know. There's this modeler back in the day. Sorry, a fashion designer called Modella and Monami. So I've done shows for them in Uyo. That was then. So I stopped modeling 2009. I was a young girl then. Africa will never unite. I hope I didn't get you angry. I'm sorry if I did. Everything is just on a light note. I love South Africans. They know that. Just like when somebody told me the other day that they celebrated when Nigeria didn't win the qualifying match with the DR Congo. I didn't take it to heart. It was funny. So everything I said is just, that's how we joke in Nigeria. So guys, how many minutes more? Once, almost 3. So I'll soon be off. In the next 9 minutes, I should be. There are people that say shark meat tastes good. What do you think? Shark. That's a fish. I've never tasted shark, but it should taste very good because it's a matured, creature. So it should taste very good. I've not tasted it. Well, I've not tasted it before. The fishes I've eaten is shawa. It's a very common fish here in the north. I've eaten catfish, kpala. Those are the fishes I've eaten, and a couple of others. But I've not eaten a big fish such as shark. So have you eaten Namdi? Have you eaten shark before? I don't know about shark. I'll soon go off. It's something I like to eat. Okay. You take yourself out now. Enugu State is a very. I don't know. Do you reside in Enugu? I think it's a very beautiful state, just as beautiful as my state. But I don't know the outing thing, the places, how. But I think it's a beautiful state. It should have great places to eat beautiful food. So you take yourself out. If you have a girlfriend or you have a wife, go out and then enjoy yourself. Go out and enjoy yourself. Of course, I should be able to cook fish. There's a, yeah, I can cook. I can cook fisherman soup. I can cook fisherman soup. Just that I've not done it before. Yeah, I have. I have. But that one that has all those or call it seafood. I've not done, but I've done a little like medium size fisherman soup. I can cook. I may not know. Call it like, let me say for instance now. I may not eat. I don't know this food, and then somebody shows me how it's cooked. I'll be able to cook it once I see how it's been prepared. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me. So now, what can you cook? What exactly? What kind of meal can you cook? I learned some men cannot cook, and they always believe it's a woman's duty or responsibility to cook. What can you cook? Can you boil water? Can you cook indomie? At least those are the barest thing, the minimum thing a man should be able to prepare. Oh God. Namdi, can you cook? Olo, what Olo? LOL, okay. You can't cook, gosh. Of course, I can tell you can't. That's why you're laughing. You know, our mothers, call it our parents, are always like teaching the women what to do, but they don't teach the men, our boys, our brothers, how to cook. That's okay. Like which one? Which one? Which one? Which soup can you prepare? Egon, hi, Egon. How are you? Egon, how are you? Almost rounding up when you're just tuning in. All this, you're welcome. How's your area? Namdi, how many? Which of the soups can you prepare? Tell us. Okay, Egon, I'm doing great. I thank God. Namdi, this is for you. That's if you're telling me the truth, though. This is for you. It seems I told you yesterday, since your mother really raised you very well. That's very good. That's very good. You rarely see men being able to cook. That's so good. This is for you. Egon says, my favorite music artist is Tyler. Which of the Tylers? Is it the South African girl or Tyler the Creator? Ukazi. That's Afam. Wow. Egon, is it Tyler, the South African girl that sings Water? I don't know how she won that Grammys. Oh, okay. Good. So why is she your favorite artist? Egon, why is Tyler your favorite music artist? Tell me. I like Tyler though. I like her, but I'm going to tell you why I like her. Egon, why is Tyler? Did you see the question? Who is your favorite African music artist and why? So why is Tyler your favorite? Not that fun, just Okazi. Because she's young, beautiful, and talented, and she's from my South Africa. Oh, I see. I see. One thing I like about her is she's very confident. She and Ira Star's confidence needs to be studied. They're very, very confident, very composed, very. I love that about them. I like Tyler. So I didn't even know she's from South Africa. She's good. She's good. She's good. But I don't know how she managed to win Grammy with that her Water song. I'm not talking because I'm in Nigeria. I think Good Samaritan sounds much better than that's Ira song that was nominated for Grammy that year was better than Ira Star's um, um, Water song. What is it saying? Amadou Diop. Hi Amadou. How are you? Please subscribe to the channel as you just tuned in. You seem like you prefer wigs. I'm not wearing wig. I prefer being natural though, but once in a while you need to wear wig as a woman so you look good. Hi, Amadu Diop. Hi, how are you? Wigs are good, but I don't have them many. I love, instead of wigging or wearing wigs, I love braiding my hair, like, you know. But I just had to cut this one. I cut it this year. So I just want to carry low cutting because of heat. And secondly, my hair was breaking. So I prefer wigs occasionally, not at all times. I love looking natural. Amadu Diop, how far? What's up now? How you day? How your area? Hey, so just open. So now do you prefer I don't know. What's the time? I think it's 3. So guys, I'm about turning it down. We'll see some other time. Thank you, Namdi. Thank you, Aegon. Thank you, Amadu. And every other person that's tuning. I have to go right away. Africa will never unite. Thank you for tuning in. Canary, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you some other time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the subscription, for the likes. Alright. Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye. See you tomorrow. Whew.